Well, I'm back off holiday, and can you see a difference? Can you see something missing? Well, it's the archway. This is what's left of the archway. The wind took it down and we've had to take it to pieces and untangle my clematis. And if you just look over here, this is where the clematis is temporarily, why my husband builds me a new frame for it. These are the posts for the grapes and the spikes to go in the ground to hold them up, and this is the wood that my husband today is going to make me a new frame for my clematis, so things are all going to look different. I mean, it's been really warm yesterday, so things are still going strong, like these dahlias, but it has been a little bit cooler, and you can see the calla lilies are starting to fade, and you've got things that's dying off, which is normal for this time of year. Still got a bit of colour, look. My lobelia is doing quite well, and got you can see still got a bit of colour every now and again. I've spotted some more nettles. My gladioli, they're all dying back. I'm going to get them cut off in a bit, but my jasmine, you can't see it from here, this side's doing well as well, still doing quite nicely. These have had a new lease of life. All the rain kind of brought them back out again, and they started growing again and they're flowering again. This one's dried out nicely. It's not too wet. I'm going to cut the tops off this dahlia and get it stored. Now look, my autumn jasmine starting to get little yellow flowers on it. That's going to look pretty in a bit, and if I can keep that in a nice shape that's roundish, keep training it round and giving it haircuts, and get it to come into a nice, like a ball shape, it will look nice. Sedums are still going strong. It's a beautiful colour. Can't remember them being this red last year. There was more of a lighter pink last year, so I don't know what the difference is, but it's really a big bush now and it's really doing nice. And like I said, these have, what's it, another bud down there, look. These are going to keep going until we get a frost, I think. My dahlias up here, no sign of dying off, so there's no not been no frosts, just a bit cooler, but they're not minding it being cooler. Look at that one again, that big one's really good. I don't like to cut them back until they stop flowering, but I might have to cut them back in a few weeks. And on this front, on talking about this nasty stuff, look, that's a new growth. Look at that. I cut back as much as I could. If you can see here, look, I've cut massive, great big pieces, and I did do a video but I haven't put it on. Right down there I cut the only root I could find. I think that one there, it is, that's the rose, and I've cut that as well. I'm sure it must come from next door, because I've been all the way along the bottom of here, you can see, cutting roots. Can't see any that goes actually into the ground, and I've cut loads and loads and loads in here, and it's not making a blind bit of difference. So when I've got 5 minutes, I'm going to start again on trying to pull it off. Like over there, look, where the roots for that bit goes, I do not know. because that looks like I've not touched it. But I have got some weed killer, but I just don't like spraying weed killer because I don't like it going, especially if it's a bit breezy, it goes on things you don't want it to. So we'll have to I'll have to have another go at it. I mean, you can't see where it's died off. Only thing I can see that's died off is blooming roses. So where it's actually coming from, I don't know. I might have to have a look over next door and have a see if I can see any roots. There we are. My new clematis frame is nearly done. Nearly done. Looking good.
It's a bit more rustic than carpentry, but
it's all right. Looks better than that £100 one. Looks better than that £100 one that was already made up in the shop that we went to buy the wood from. This may not have fancy bits on it, but it's a lot more sturdy. Last a lot longer.
not done yet.
No, it's not done yet. Just filming you. Looks all right like that, doesn't it? No, it's not curved, but it not matter because that clematis is that bushy. It'll hide most of that frame. But just not going to be very happy.
Why?
Because this is his
Still
perch.
get on it.
Yeah, but he normally likes his bum to hang over into that. Into
That bit.
yeah, but normally puts his bum in my plant pot, and it's not going to be there, is it? Well, I don't know. Might have it. Might be able to put the plant pot that side. We'll have to see, don't we? Yeah, it's recording.
Highly artistic job. We'll shut the dogs inside, so we ended up with green dogs.
No, go on green dogs. Go on green dogs.
Missed a bit.
I think it. I know I've missed a bit. I think it's spitting the rain, so it might. I might have to.
Well, it's probably got a couple of coats anyway. It's going to soak in, isn't it?
Might have to put a rain stop play.
Right. Well,
Job.
before it stops raining, I'm going to switch this off and I'm going to put my tools.
Right, that's the first coat on. It's looking quite nice. There you are. Nice and green. Got my little owl on here. So step back a bit. That's looking nice. I think when I get the clematis over it, it will look nice. It's not got any pretty fancy bits on it, but when you get the clematis all climbing all over it, you don't see that anyway. Because I mean, look how thick this clematis is. Look at it. So you're not going to see the posts. Got to paint this gate as well this year as well. Got all sorts to paint. You know, just keep finding new jobs to add to my list. When you're doing one job, you find more stuff. The people that had this house before us replaced the gutterings and hid them at the top of the garden underneath the soil. So I've now got another piece of asbestos to get rid of. And I think actually there's another piece of drain pipe down there we've seen, but it's underneath the fence. You can see it sticking up from the fence, so to get it out we've got to take the fence out. So I don't know, there's always something. So I've got a lot of rubbish to old wood to sort out, and I can always burn the wood. I've got a burner, so we'll burn the wood. Right, posts in, and grape is now 8 foot high, and then it's going, you won't be able to see the wire from here, I'm sure you won't, and then it's going to go across that wire, and I've put a wire in here, look, for that one. I had a slight accident with this post. It kind of, we might be struggling with it to get the post in it. The base moved, and so it's not level with the others, but it's not going to matter. I can't see that it will matter. and I've got this post in, but I have to save me wobbling. I'm falling all over the place. There's too much bloody pieces of wood down here. I've not got that into the ground yet, so I've not fastened it to this post. I've left its canes in just temporarily until I can get it into the ground, and once I can get it into the ground it can be fastened to this post. From a distance we've got one middle post that's out of line, but I can't see as it matters. Nobody's going to see it again when all the grapes are all grown along it. These things happen, and my husband was a bit tired by the time he'd finished building my other thing, so I couldn't ask him to take it back out again. Anyway, there it is, another job done. Say I was going to put a post there, didn't I? But I didn't. We didn't buy 4, we only bought 3. But I might be able to stretch a piece of wire from there to there if I need to go any further. But I think what I'll do is just, once they get to the end of where I'm going to run them, I'm just going to stop them, and then hopefully they'll spend all their energy producing grapes and not producing growth. Well, I didn't know I got a pink one this side. This must have flowered late as well. I think I might have too many in here, but they were only supposed to be staying here over the winter, and then I was going to put them into pots. So that's just suddenly appeared. And that one's slightly different to some of the others, or whether it's just because it's going over. That's quite pretty. And as usual, this keeps flowering. This is gorgeous. You get quite a variety. Sometimes they get that light pink on the back. You get it more towards the front as well, but they kind of a bit of a variety. And this, look at all the buds still to come on this. These will keep going until we get a frost, I think. And I haven't fed them this year, but this bed was pretty fertile because I put manure in it for the previous crop I had in here. So I'm quite pleased. If I come round this side, I was ready for digging this up, but since I've been on holiday, we've got some more come out. They were really late, they were. And this one was late. Look at this. So before we get any frosts, I need to be marking the ones I'm going to take out. Might tie some string around the base of the ones that I'm going to move, because as soon as we get a frost, everything will just be gone. But it has made a lovely display this year. Quite happy with it. Well, Monday morning, and it's raining. It seems to rain every Monday morning, but anyway, I've got the dogs walked in showers, and it's not really come that heavy. And it's a good job the sun came out yesterday afternoon and gave me a chance to get a second coat on Mark's handiwork. Look, and I've got the clematis put on it, you can see. So it's looking nice. That's really good. I put my pots. Oh, this one's not very level, is it? I'll have to sort that one out. The pots are back, but on the opposite sides. Look. My bench is out. I haven't got rained on, look, but the coat of paint has done good because the rain's just running off it. So I'm very pleased with that. Mark's had to put a bulb in that light over there, so he's had to go at the ivy and pulled some off. I'm still convinced that the main route must be next door, because we can't seem to find any more roots that go into the ground, but it's not dying off. So like I said yesterday, I just have to have another go, because look at that, that's new growth. That's going to flower. So whether it's because I've been hacking at it, it's going to flower. They don't very often flower. Oh well, more work, eh? Add it to my list of jobs. Yeah, kind of covers all that. I'm hoping it's going to flower next year, because we moved it and it spent 2 years putting on all this growth. I think it's 2 years, and maybe even 3 years, and it's never flowered since we moved it. This cost me 20 quid, because it was 20 quid's worth of wood, and I'd already got the paint to paint the other fence, which I've got to do, and Mark had already got the screws, so I don't think that's bad for 20 quid. Better than paying about a tenner for them metal ones, or sometimes even more, and they don't last very long. So I think that's going to look nice. You're not going to see that it's not a rounded structure and it's got no fancy bits on when that clematis totally covers it. And I'll keep tying the little strands round places so it covers it all eventually. So all you'll see is a mass of flowers, hopefully, in the spring. I think this one flowers in the spring, I can't remember. We did have two together and Mark dug them up for me, but well, he cut them down, and he cut them down too far and killed one of them. But this one come back, so I'm quite happy with it. Quite happy with Mark's little bit of handiwork. Right, that's it for this update on Tina's garden. Winter's coming, but it doesn't feel like it because it's really warm. I don't think we're going to get too bad of winds on where we are. I think more toward on the Irish side of the country is going to get the worst of it. But we seem to have sun now, so I'll see you next time.